I hope you're all ready because it's going to be very interesting. Today, we're talking about service management, and I'm going to be taking you on a guide to IT infrastructure library. Welcome to today's training section, and I hope you got your seats and buckle up because if you intend to go into the IT service management industry, you're at the right place. Hi, my name is Olivia Wami. I'm a service manager and I'm excited to do this workshop with you. So, without wasting much of your time, let's go right to it. First of all, what is ITIL? Yeah, you heard me right. ITIL. So the Information Technology Infrastructure Library, otherwise known as ITIL, is a framework of best practice, procedures, and processes of ITIL and digital service management. Yeah. So if you think companies just, go down to doing the IT service management, well, you got it all wrong. We have something called ITIL, which goal is to improve efficiency while also ensuring consistent service delivery. So the IT frameworks help an organization to define its IT service, align services with customers' needs, and produce a clear model for ongoing success. It doesn't get any better. So why is ITIL important? Yeah, why do I need to use an ITIL framework as an IT company? Now, first of all, ITIL is owned by Axlos Limited, which provides recommendations and a framework that, while not an industry standard, is widely adopted by thousands of organizations that are reaping the benefits of a standardized approach. Yeah, yes, you heard me correct. So for organizations that do choose to commit to ITIL framework, it increases the quality of service management, outcomes, and operations. So the ITIL framework really improves the quality of service management, outcomes, and operations for organizations that do choose to commit to the ITIL framework. Yes, so if you choose to commit to ITIL framework, trust me, you are on the right path. Now, because of its consistent system monitoring and regular strategic reviews, ITIL ensures that organizations are always up to date. Now, a tip that is really important right here is, along with its flexibility and commitment to staying agile, ITIL best practices will keep businesses on the top of the industry. So let's talk about the ITIL framework. Yeah, every good practice has an awesome framework. Trust me, I know. Now, the ITIL gives updated documentation and certifications with each iteration, preparing administrators for the current ITIL landscape and the services they provide. And one good part about ITIL? It currently has 4 versions, like 4 of it. So it's so cool that it has like ITIL version 1, ITIL version 2, ITIL version 3, and the ITIL version 4. Yeah. So ITIL initially was created in 1989 with the purpose of standardizing IT service management. Now, it has evolved over the years from 1989 to its current version 4, which is designed to help IT admins navigate the ins and outs of the fourth industry revolution, oh my, and provide guidance for the role of IT management in the service economy. Now, not only that, ITIL has like 4 versions, but the fourth version accommodates newer approaches such as DevOps, automation, containers, microservices, and the cloud. It also emphasized the integration of ITSM, yeah, IT service management, with other areas of business. Wow, my mind was blown when I came across the IT version 4 because it just covered every single thing that one would actually need. Yeah, it took note of everything that is currently in place and just put that all together and was like, yeah, we should do this. And the most important update between the ITIL 3 and 4 is like the integration, the customers, the service value system, the flexibility, the communication. Oh my God, like ITIL just keeps getting better and better. So we have the evolution. Yeah, you can see on my screen, we have a table showing us every single thing we need to know. Yeah, now we have the ITIL version 1 starting from the 1989 to the ITIL version 2 in 2001 to the version 3 in 2007 and an updated version of 3 in 2011 because it must keep up with all of the ITIL trends to make sure that businesses are really getting the value that they need. And the version 4 came up in 2019 to 2020. Trust me, if you are a, an organization, a business that wants to go into delivering IT services, or you are already in that scope and you haven't actually started using the ITIL framework, oh my God, what are you waiting for? Like it covers all of the awesome areas. You really need to integrate this into your business. Now, the IT service lifecycle. Yeah, of course. It definitely has to have a life cycle. How do we really go about using the ITIL practice? How do we really go about using this? Now, let me tell you, the IT service lifecycle is an integral part of the ITIL framework. It is a framework of processes for service management and is made up of 5 stages. Now, this structure helps ITIL become synonymous with best practice service management. Yeah, let's go right to it. So, first of all, we have the service strategy, which basically describes business goals and customer requirements, as well as how to align objectives of both entities. Now, the entities in question is the business goal and the customer requirements. Yeah. Next, we have the service design, which outlines practices for the production of IT policies, architecture, and documentation. Yeah, we have the strategy, you need a design, and then you need to transit. Yeah, we're talking about service transition. Of course, whenever you have like a strategy and a design, of course, you really need to just go right in it. So, which this actually advises on change management and release practices, and it also guides admins through environmental interruptions and change. As simple as that. It's so very easy. So we have the service operation, which offers ways to manage IT services on a daily, monthly, and yearly basis. You heard me right. Daily, bi-weekly, weekly, bi-monthly, monthly, bi-yearly, yearly, whatever basis. The service operation makes sure that IT services are covered. And now we have the continuous service improvement. Wow, which covers how to introduce improvements and policy updates within the IT process framework. You really need to improve. That is what ITIL is all about. Continuous service improvement. You need to always focus that, yeah, you're trying to give the best service, you're trying to strategize properly, you're trying to design properly, you're trying to transition properly, and your operations are really smooth. And in the same way, you're continually improving on your service to make sure that your customers are getting the best out of the best. Now, a tip I'm going to leave right here is organizations are assisted in creating a stable IT environment and service operations that actually improves customer service, limits threats, and reduce costs. That's what ITIL is all about. Customer support, limit stress, and reduce costs. You don't need to go any further. You don't need to look any further because ITIL got you covered in IT service management. Now, how can ITIL help your business? How really, if I choose to integrate ITIL into my organization, into my business, how would it benefit me? Now, I'm going to tell you how it's going to benefit you, even if you can see it on my screen. Now, there are a couple of ways it actually, with ITIL, your organization becomes centered on addressing business issues rather than just the IT issues. Yeah, because IT actually makes you put in mind your customers' business goals. So you're not just offering IT, service. You're making sure that they are really getting what their business really needs. Now you reduce IT operation costs, which is what every business needs. They need the best service, but they need that cost on the down low. Now improve IT productivity and employee satisfaction. Of course, with ITIL, your employees are like they're satisfied because their productivity are also improved on. Established cost-effective practices. Yeah, ITIL doesn't require you to spend like a lot of money to implement. No, with ITIL, you're actually getting a cost-effective practice in place. Now, ITIL also builds a stable environment that allows for growth, scale, and change. What else do you really need for your business when ITIL got you covered on the growth, it got you covered on the scale, and it also got you covered while you are intending to change? Now, ITIL also assists with managing risk, disruption, and failure. Yeah, it actually manages all of that. So if you think that, yeah, there's a risk, trust me, ITIL would help you manage that, as well as disruption, and most importantly, failure. It also strengthens customer relationships by delivering effective services that actually meet their needs, because you have to put in mind that your customers comes first. But let's take this back. If I do intend to put ITIL into practice, what do I need to consider? Now you need to note that although there is actually no single approach to put ITIL into practice, there are several best practices for adoption. Now you need to understand why you are deciding to choose ITIL. You also need to possess the knowledge to implement ITIL. You need to start small and build at. Yes, you don't need to just go right in. Start bit. Start by implementing one or just a few of the ITIL practice as a proof of principle projects. And next, you need to focus on outcome. ITIL isn't just a goal. No, no, no. Simply implementing ITIL buys the business nothing. But what you need to do is understand what you want ITIL compliance to achieve, such as greater customer satisfaction or lower service costs, and then measure those outcomes objectively using metrics. Now, a key takeaway from all of this is ITIL implementation can be disruptive. So adoption is rarely approached as a singular or nothing initiative, but rather as a set of steps or phases intended to explore, validate, and expand framework adoption over time. Yes, you heard me right. Now, the IT framework helps an organization to define its IT service, like I said, align services with customers' needs, and produce a clear model for ongoing success. Oh my God, ITIL is actually used to improve core IT service processes and is flexible to each organization's unique requirement. Yes, with your business, ITIL work. With your neighbor's business, ITIL works. It is that flexible to help you achieve whatever it is you are trying to achieve. Now, slow down, go back to the beginning, listen to everything that I have just said. Thank you for listening in, because this was an interesting topic. Now, if you have any questions, feel free to drop it on the chat box. I'm going to reply to you because this video is for you. Thank you so much for listening in. My name is Olivia Wami once again, and do enjoy the rest of your day.